I'm just on the dot at the beginning.
Yes. Tell me about that.
It's beautiful. It's where it all began.
Yes. What happens with this dot once it all begins?
It just expands.
Yes. This dot, does it have any consciousness?
That's all. It's It's
Yes.
everything. It's everything.
Yes. It's everything. Okay.
Neuron.
Continue. What
It's like a
happens next?
neuron, like in the brain. It's like a neuron in the brain. Yeah. It's super fast.
Yes. What
Yeah.
happens next?
It's creation. It's all. It's just all creation.
So when you're seeing this creation, what happens with creation? What is being created?
It just evolved. It just evolves
Yes.
in time as we know it.
Yeah. So can you tell me this creation, what is feeding it in order to create?
It just is.
It just
It just
is.
is.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
Yes. Continue. What happens next?
It just is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why is it that we need to know about this creation right now?
Evolution. Yeah. It's neurons. It's related to neurons.
Yes.
Brain neurons.
And how are we
Connecting.
evolving? How are we evolving right now?
Huh. So many blips. There's so many blips.
Yeah, tell me about these blips. What's causing the blips?
It's misfired. It's just misfired energy. Misfired information.
Yes. Okay. And why is it misfiring? Let's go deeper into it and find where the misfiring began.
Disconnect. Just disconnect. Disconnect.
Okay. What caused the disconnect? Yes.
Like variations of love. Like yeah.
Variations of love.
Yeah.
So tell me the importance of love. Does love have anything to do with creation and evolution?
No, in the beginning, it's just is.
Yes.
There's no name for it.
Yes. And when did love become part of it?
So many dimension, like all the way down, and then
yes.
Here, like yeah.
Okay, so tell me where we are right now here.
Like, way here.
Yes.
Way
and how
down.
does it feel?
It's heavy and dense. It doesn't feel good.
Okay.
I don't like it.
All right. Would you tell me what happened to cause it to become so dense? Can we go back in time a little bit and see what happened?
Too much information. Too much information?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That's why we're segregating. Yes. Yeah. We're
Okay.
simplifying now.
We're simplifying. So where did this
Okay. Yeah.
Where did this information come from that split everything up?
The Discord? The Discord. Just different neurons, different like thought structures. Like
yes.
Structure.
Yes.
Like a structure that needed not to be there.
Okay. And this structure, this discord that happened, was it within the brain of man or was it within the earth? Let's follow that.
It's simultaneous. It was like simultaneous.
Yes.
Because there was not a... It's like a breaking off, like earth here. And yeah, it's like a little...
What is that discord? I want you to just focus in on it. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and we're going to slow this down so that you could see what occurred. Okay. 1, slowing it down now so you could focus and zoom into it. 2, and 3.
It's just in space. It's space. It's the energy that the mm, planets. It's like a, but why? Why?
Yes. Let's find the origin of this happening. What caused
It's
that
too much
energy?
thought. It's different thoughts, different from different structures. Instead of being all aligned, feel like this one wanted to go here, and even just a little fraction of a movement would cause the imbalance of the alignment, the original alignment. Yeah,
Yes. And
yeah.
can you tell me, this original thought, where did it come from that caused this discord? Was it from a planet? The
It's
consciousness
like
of
nebula,
a
like
nebula?
a little, but then it uh, little like a little speck of denseness.
Yes.
That
Follow that
that's how
denseness.
that yeah, and then
Follow it.
and then it just rippled out.
Okay. So I'd like for you to follow that denseness, that darkness. Follow it. Where did it come from?
From like a slight movement, just like
Yes.
a polarity, the like velocity, polarity. It's like mm,
So that
yeah,
little denseness was what
yeah. It's a big
began.
yeah. Mm,
So I want you to see the ripple effect of how this has
mm,
evolved,
mm-hmm,
creating this discord.
mm-hmm.
What has it affected?
Everything. Mm,
Yes. So, how can we now balance this once again?
That's what we're doing now.
Okay, tell me about it. What is it that you're doing?
Simplifying, getting back to the original origin.
Yes. And can you tell me who it is that is simplifying everything? Who is we?
We, all of us here, I guess, on the planet.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we simplify?
Mm. With ease and grace and simplifying life itself,
Yes.
simplifying thoughts and words and deeds and everything.
Yes. But it seems that the world has gotten very complicated.
Doesn't need to be. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah.
So, how is it that the world, being so complicated as it is now, using technology, the way we travel, how do we simplify that?
Precision.
All right. So, I'd like for you to go ahead and call in the master of precision. I'd like to call forward one who would be able to explain precision for me.
hmm
And I'd like for you to go ahead and introduce yourself.
That was Nikola and Einstein. Yeah.
Nikola and Einstein, very good. So, would you explain to me what it is that we need to do to get
So
this
simple.
precision?
It's the invention and the evolution of the invention and then the equations within the math structure of the velocity. It's all about the velocity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How is it that people are inventing? What is it that they're inventing to be more precise?
People here on Earth.
Yes. Anything?
Oh yeah. I mean there's many inventions, but there's too many hands in the pot.
Okay, tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Too many hands in
Tell.
the pot, too much information, too structured, too many focus groups, right? Too
Yes.
many of those things that create sometimes more denseness that needs to be.
Okay. So what would be your solution?
Small, like one-on-one, and sharing out precise information. That's what it is. That's simplifying. It's
Yes.
simplifying. Yeah.
So it's my understanding that you have been giving Karina a lot of information. Is that so?
Yes.
Can you tell me for what purpose it is that you are supplying her with this information?
That's travel, time travel,
Time
precision, and
travel.
within time travel. Yeah, and expansion and evolution, and the machines to do it, and how to, and yeah.
Were these machines ever created before?
Some are patented already,
Yes.
but they're variations, and because of the new materials that are forthcoming, they're expanded,
Yes.
faster.
So if this information were to get out, if Karina were to be able to release this information that you've provided, how will that help with balancing and being in the position of the earth? How could that help us?
Hmm. Put things back on track. Mm.
Yes. What happened that it was derailed all of your ideas?
Too many hands in the pot,
Okay.
and greed, and anxiousness, anxiety,
Yes.
anxiousness, not trusting, not trusting.
But it seems that Karina is in the same position right now. She's been given all of this information, and she's got all of this anxiety in being able to release this information. What do you say to her?
She's been given all the tools and just
Yeah.
needs to do it, to trust,
Yes.
and then it won't be taken away. That's, yeah.
Yes. So I'd like to ask you, I know that Tesla was put through a lot of a lot of shame at the end of the life. Is Karina receiving any of this anxiousness?
No.
No. Where is her anxiousness coming from?
Past.
The past. Okay. Was she involved with you at all in the past?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, very good. So if you would allow me for this moment, I'd like to have you assist her to go back in time to where this all began, this anxiousness.
1400s. Yeah.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and I want you to begin to bring up that anxiousness. When I get to number 5, I want you to be there. 1, feeling the anxiousness coming up now.
Yeah.
2, notice where you're feeling it in the body.
Stomach, yeah.
3, getting intense. 4, knowing where you are now. And 5, where are you?
Oh. Like things are getting thrown. Like at my body.
Yes, notice what's being thrown at you.
Rocks.
Rocks are being thrown. Are you male or female there?
Female.
Yes. How old are you there?
20.
And as they're throwing the rocks, what are they saying?
It's like
Yes.
yeah.
What do they say to you?
Just hurtful and
Hurtful things.
yeah.
What do they say to you?
Like,
what are these hurtful things?
like sham and this discord, like this. Yeah.
Keep going. What else do they say? If you knew.
Like a trying to push out, like just
Yes.
go away. Go away.
Yes. And as they're throwing things at you, notice what is it they're throwing?
Like some like big rocks. Like,
Yes. And notice how it feels on the body.
It's physical pain.
Yes. Notice where this pain is in your body.
It's on my stomach.
On your stomach.
Upper.
Yes. So I want you to just continue and tell me what happens to your body as you continue to receive these rocks.
I don't want to feel it anymore.
So what happens to your soul?
I stop.
Yes.
I stop.
Yes.
I turn into something else.
Okay. So what happens to your soul? What while this is happening?
It goes somewhere else.
Okay. Notice where it's going.
It's like reformed, like it's like transformed. Yeah. Into something else.
Yes. Tell me what that is that it transforms into.
Like a dragonfly. It's
Like a dragonfly.
Yeah, something else.
Yes.
On not suspicious, not just flying around.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want you to look back at that body that you just left. What do you tell that woman who's just been stoned to death?
Sorry? No. It's weird.
Yes. And notice if a piece of your soul has been left there.
No.
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 Very
It
good.
wants to leave immediately.
Very good. Very good.
That's why it goes into the dragonfly.
So I want you to tell me, as looking back at that life, how do you feel about that life?
Like sadness.
Sadness, very good. So
And
we're
alone.
and alone,
Yeah.
very good. So we're going to do something. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1, and I want you to go before this all began, before the stoning, to find out a little bit about your life and why it is that these people were against you. 3, going back now, 2, and 1. Tell me where you are.
I'm in a lab. I'm in a lab with tons and tons and tons of books.
Yes.
So exciting. Yeah.
Yes. Look at these books.
Oh my gosh, they're all old and amazing, and I know all of them, and I know everything that's in them.
And what kind of work do you do with these books?
Inventing, just inventing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want you to take a moment and look at the things that you're inventing.
So many things.
Take a moment now and look around and just tell me these things that you've invented.
Writing and machinery and a lot of visionary thing, like can see through.
Yes.
Like different variations of cameras and.
And what year is this?
Oh, I don't know. Like 1200. I don't know. Really old. Really old.
Yes. And what is your name in that life? What do you call yourself?
Anda? I don't know.
Anda. When I say Anda, does that resonate with
Anda.
you? Anda, very good. So Anda, let's find out a little bit about what happens in your life. I want you to just go to the next scene that is significant for you. Notice where you are.
Like this dome in my part of my, it's kind of not it's like a research lab, but then there's another section and you can look up like in a dome and you can see everything.
Notice what you're looking at. What's there?
It's everything. And then building like a almost like a telescope, but it's not a telescope. It's very different.
Yes.
The variation to see everything.
So take a moment now and look through this invention of yours. What do you see?
Everything. And it's like you could touch it. It's like right there.
Okay, so when you say everything,
like
are
the
we talking
planets and stars and nebulas and where everything is. Yeah.
And what do you do once you see this? Do you document this?
I draw it and write about it. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Now, do you share any of this information with
I
anyone?
do, but just only a few people.
Okay.
Yeah, a few people.
So I want you to notice who it is that you share it with.
Nicola's there already. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's younger though.
Yes.
Yeah, he's younger.
Yes. And what does Nicola's role in your life is in this place?
He's my brother. That's
He's your
weird.
brother.
He's like the
Very good.
brother. That's it. No, he's yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
So does your brother work with you in this lab?
yeah,
What do you call him?
bro.
Ah, what is his name?
Nata. It's not
Nata?
Neta.
Mm-hmm.
It's Nata.
Yes.
I call him Nata. It's like a nickname.
Nata, very good. So
Nata.
you and Nata, do you work together with
Yeah,
these
yeah, all the time.
inventions?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's
All
super
right.
fun.
Very good. So, Anda, let's do something. We're going to close the scene, and I want you now to advance to the next scene where something very significant is happening. It could be with you and your brother or just by yourself.
Yeah.
What's happening?
He died.
Mm-hmm.
He
How
died.
did he die?
An accident. He fell. He
Yes.
fell. Yeah.
And how old was he when he fell?
He was young, teenager. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what happens now that your brother has died?
I was
How does that leave
heartbroken.
you?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
heartbroken. But he's still with me, but
Yes.
not physical.
Mm-hmm. So
I
do you
don't like
communicate
that.
with him?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
But it's not the same.
Mm-hmm. Tell me how that feels, having lost him.
It's not the same.
Mm-hmm. Yes. How does this affect your work, Anda?
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tell me more about this. How does that affect your work?
I don't like it.
You don't like it. So what happens next? I'd like for you to tell me, now that you don't like your work, what happens?
I shut down. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Shut
And
down. I'm going to do it by myself.
Yes. And when you shut down, notice how you feel.
Dense.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And as you feel dense, how does this affect your life?
Everything.
Notice? Mm-hmm. Yes. So I want you now to close this scene and let's go to a moment before all of this happens at the end of your life. What happens?
Before he dies or after he dies?
Before you die.
Oh, before I die.
Yeah. What happens to cause your death?
I kill myself. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Notice how you kill yourself.
Myself.
Mm-hmm.
I hung myself where I work.
Okay, very good. Very good. So notice what happens to your body as you are there hanging.
I just see all my books and
Mm-hmm.
I see everything.
Do you make any promises to yourself?
That I come back stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what happens as your soul leaves that body?
It just feels free. It just feels good.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone that comes to welcome you?
Yeah, always. Yeah, just my guides and angels. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Yeah, always.
Very good. Very good. So let's close that scene now and let's go to the lifetime of the woman that was stoned. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 and let's go to that life. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to notice where you are.
Kind of like the same place, but more modernized.
Okay, what year is it?
Like, I don't know, like 1400s. I don't know, 1400s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Notice where you are.
Yeah.
Describe it.
It's more books, but more technology, I guess. Yeah, there's more gadgets,
Yes.
more precision, more details.
Yes.
Mm, yeah.
And notice if you work alone or if there are others there working with you.
No, Nicola's still there. Nicola, and then like a friend, like a guy friend, like a young
Mm-hmm.
male,
Yes.
male.
And in
We
that
all three
life,
work together. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
this other male,
yeah.
look into his eyes.
It's
Do you rec?
Einstein. It's
Oh, okay.
Einstein. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Very good.
yeah, yeah.
So, what is it that you three work on?
Velocity. It's all velocity.
Velocity. Yes.
It's precision and numbers and
And in this place where you work,
balance. Yeah,
okay,
yeah. And
position
I
and
write.
balance.
I write.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I want you to go to a moment now where you are actually sitting there writing.
Hmm. Yeah.
What do you write about?
Everything that they're doing and saying, and we're all like collaborating and we're having fun.
Yes.
We're having fun.
So, when you work, do you work in secret or do others know that you do this work?
Our time is our time. It's three of us always, like three of
Yes.
us. Yeah.
Very good. So I'd like for you to zoom out and tell me where it is that you do this work. Where is this
It's
place?
like in the country. It's like in the country.
Yes. So does anybody know that you're doing this?
Not too many. No, not too
Not too
many.
many. All right.
Not unless we choose to go out
Yes. So
and
all of
share.
these books that you're writing, who
Hmm.
are they for?
It's documenting everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mhm.
So I'd like for you to close that scene and advance to the next important scene when something happens.
That's cool.
What's happening?
It's like a space, like a almost like a space shuttle, like a the first like physical object in space.
Are you seeing
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, and it's through other information through them that
So
create
this do
created
you
it.
do you create it or is this something that you've
It's
observed?
it's observing, but them receiving it.
Yes. Who does this shuttle belong to that you're observing?
It's not NASA. It's before NASA. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, it's before NASA.
Yes. So
Private. It's private party.
it's private.
Private.
So I want you to notice what year you're in.
I don't know. Like 1500? I don't know.
Very good. So I want you to go deeper into this. And I want you to just find the origin of who has put this shuttle.
It's like this. Yeah, it's the minds, the collaboration of curiosity,
Yes.
of can we do it?
Yes.
It's male, majority of male. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So is it your group that
Private.
put this in there or
Mm.
somebody else?
We kind of know them,
Yes.
like giving them information of what to
Yes.
do.
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And how is this shuttle? How is it fueled? How is it that you were able to take this object and put it into space?
It's like energy. There's no cat. No, mm,
Notice what
mm,
the energy source is.
it's from the nebula. It's yeah, it's
Yes.
from yeah. Mhm.
Very good. So let's close this scene now and go to the next important scene. What happens?
Information is just transcending down
Notice where it's coming from.
from the origin.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And what do you do with this information that's transcending down?
So it's like I'm viewing it, just kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It starts getting convoluted, and then it's not balanced, and then it rebalances and restructures, and then it goes, flows, and then it gets clogged, and then it
Yes.
flows.
And what do you do with this information?
Help it along the way.
You do. Very
Unclog.
good. You
Yeah.
unclog it. Very good.
Unclog.
And with this information, do you do anything physical with it?
No.
No. You just use it or
Yeah.
have it in your mind?
Yeah. It's just
Very.
information.
Okay, very good. So I'd like for you now to close this scene. And I want you to go right before those people began to stone you. And let's find out what happened.
Mm. Just all the information is right there. It's so easy. It's easy.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
easy. Super easy. Just do.
So why would others be angry with you?
They don't understand it, and they're scared.
They're scared.
Mm-hmm.
How did they find out about this information?
There's like a person peeping or something, like watching.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
want you to identify
like a little boy.
a little
Little
boy.
boy.
Look
That
into
was
his eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Do you
yeah.
recognize those eyes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So notice what happens. What does he do with that information?
He compartmentalizes it in his crystal eyes. Like he's got these beautiful, deep, deep, like crystal eyes, but he like it's like dense. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
feel good.
Yes. And what does he do
Yeah.
with that dense information?
Scared and wanting to run and place that into other people.
Yes. And when they receive that dense
Yeah,
information.
they immediately react. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to notice how they come for you.
It's like huge, like massive, like vast.
Yes. Who's
Yeah.
there coming for you?
Just all the people of the town. Yeah.
Yes.
Turkey.
Yes. So I want you
And
to
people
look
that
up.
and the people that I thought wouldn't be there are. Yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
what is the emotion that you're feeling when you're seeing
It's
these?
betrayal. Betrayal.
Very.
Like, ew, yuck.
Yes.
Why? Why?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Why?
Yes. What happens next?
Just why? Like, I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. So what do they do to you next?
Mm.
Are you taken anywhere?
No, they just I'm gonna burn my stuff.
They burn your stuff. How does that feel?
At first, it's very hurtful, but I have it in my mind, so I don't care.
Yes. So as you have this information in your mind, what do you tell yourself that you're going to do with this information?
I recreate it. It's
Very good. Very good. So notice how it is that you die. What are the thoughts that you're thinking as this
I'll
body
just take it
is?
with me.
You're taking it with you.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So I want you to notice, what is the most difficult part of this life that you just lived?
Betrayal.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And when you think about that betrayal, how is that now affecting the lifetime of Karina?
It's trust.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And notice when you think about people betraying you for your information, how does that affect you physically?
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And when you think about this betrayal, what emotions come out?
I don't want to talk.
I don't want to talk. So when you don't like it and you don't want to talk, what's going on through your mind?
It's still active and still happening and still going, but
Yes.
it doesn't come out of my
Very good. So I
mouth.
want you to notice all of these things, this betrayal, the fact that you don't like that people did this, took your stuff, that you don't want to talk about it, that it's still active within you. What is that making you do now in the lifetime of Karina?
That's the slow process.
What is that process?
Writing.
Yes. 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 And when you feel all of this feeling, what is it keeping you from doing?
Speaking.
Speaking. Very good. So I want you to notice that in burning your information and hurting you and killing you, that this still is affecting the lifetime of Karina, even though you have all of this information inside, that there's something there that you need to release. So I'd like for you now to talk to this woman that was betrayed and tell her everything that you need to tell her. What is it that you need to tell her so that her soul is at peace? Go ahead, talk to her.
I'm telling her that she's always protected, but
Yes.
she doesn't believe me in the physical. She understands it
Yes.
in the etheric and all the other dimensions, but she
Very
doesn't
good.
believe it in physical.
All right, so let's do something. Let me speak with that woman. What is her name?
Ada? I don't know.
Ada, very good. So, Ada, I want you to look at all of those people who betrayed you in the village. All those people who burned your works, who betrayed you. And I want you now to tell them everything that you need to tell them to get it off your chest. What would you like to tell all those people? Go ahead, say it out loud. Let it out.
I'm
Be honest. Even if you have to insult them.
just angry that they didn't trust enough.
Tell them. I want you to tell them, not me.
I'm angry at all of you for not trusting the truth.
Very good. Yes. And so I want you to notice now that all of those that betrayed you took a piece of your energy. They took something from you. And I want you now to demand that they give you back your energy. Go ahead. Tell them that.
I demand that you give me back my energy now.
Now, open your arms now and receive this energy. Feel it coming towards you. Integrate it now with your soul. All of that they took from you. And notice where that energy goes back to. Where have you put that energy?
It's right here.
That's right.
Solar.
Very good. So now that you have all of that energy, I want you to go ahead and understand that with this life, you need to forgive yourself for holding that betrayal. Because as you hold that betrayal, it affects all of the other lifetimes that you're living. Can you forgive yourself?
Yeah.
Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and find your way into the light now. And tell me when you're there.
In there.
Very good. So I'd like for you to find a color that represents healing from your soul. from that.
Yeah, it's like translucent. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like
Very good.
translucent. Yeah.
So I'm going to strike the tuning fork, and I want you to cover yourself with that light. And as you cover yourself, I want you to breathe that light in, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over, no longer betrayed, knowing that you have another chance to send that information out, no longer afraid that you will be betrayed, that this soul now will begin anew without those feelings within you. And I want you to notice as this soul is at rest now, what's happening with Karina.
I just feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Very good.
content. I feel
Very content.
happy.
Very good. So I know that Karina has been receiving a lot of information. How is it that she can now move forward and publicly share this information without the fear of her information being burned, without the fear of being betrayed and killed? What advice do you give Karina?
Trust in the curiosity, trust in the fun, trust in the experiments,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
enjoyment.
Mm-hmm. So she has had enjoyment before in doing her experiments, in receiving the information and documenting it. What does she need to do now with all of that information that she's received?
Speak.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Who does she need to speak to?
Okay, there's certain people,
Yes.
and now something else is kicking in. My ego is going, but what if it's not for that person? So
Okay.
here's where this comes
All
in.
right. So I'd like for you to just tell your ego to just sit aside, maybe take a little hike in the place where you like to hike. And let me speak now with that part of Karina that knows. What is it that she needs to do with that information?
Share it with the original person that it came in for.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
ego still, the ego popped in again.
That's all right. You could just be there listening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who is this original person that it should be for? Are these readings?
No, it's direct information.
It's
It's
direct
like
information.
for
Mm-hmm.
individual person.
All
Yeah.
right. So these people, how is Karina going to find them, the ones that need to receive this direct information? Yes.
There's two ways. So privately
Yes.
or small groups to massive.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So I want you to just first start with privately. Let's focus on that. How is it that Karina will find these that need this information privately?
I already, yeah, like I know this, like I don't personally know this person, but
Yes.
I know how to find them.
Okay. So the people will just be there when they're ready for the information, like the woman on the hike?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, and I have to keep at it because the person that I already tried was blocked because of
Mm-hmm.
his filters.
Yes.
So I have to go around and connect with him another way.
Okay. So who is orchestrating this
Nicola.
meeting?
Yeah,
Nicola.
yeah,
Okay,
Nicola.
very good. So Nicola wants this information to get out to certain people.
Yeah.
Okay. Are these people who are like he was, engineers, scientists, or are they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
lay
yeah,
people?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
very good. Very good. So when Nicola gives this information privately,
Mm.
what is it going to be for? What is the end game of Nicola coming forth and giving all
Oh,
this
just
information?
many, many different things.
Yes, can you tell me
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. So well, space travel with the velocity and the equations. Yeah.
Very good, very
And the
good.
precision of it. He like, yeah, there's certain things that are off and it needs to be tweaked.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Is he also working with others?
Yeah. Just Nicola?
Yes,
Yeah. 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 Of course, not Einstein. Yeah.
and Einstein also.
Yeah. Yeah.
How is it that these two souls
They're
work
buds.
together? They're buddies.
They're,
Very good, very good.
yeah.
So tell me about the groups. We now know that he wants to affect certain people so that we can get these inventions moving. What
Mhm.
about the groups of large people?
Too many hands in the pot. So,
Ah,
yeah. Yeah.
yes,
Because it's so precise.
it's so precise. So he
Yeah.
needs to actually
Yeah. Well,
target the ones who will be
yeah.
precise
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And good-hearted.
And good hearted people, people who will
Yeah.
not be using it for the
Yeah. He
wrong.
knows. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So, how is it that Karina will know to find these people?
Sure he has, but
She has.
there's another way to connect with this person. So,
Okay, very good. All right. So, now we talk about the other way in which she will be sharing information.
mhm.
Tell me about that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Snippets of information
Yes.
that Charity shares already being followed by this person indirectly,
Yes.
but just waiting for there's an opening of the information that she will share that will trigger that person to connect.
Okay. Very good. And what about the masses? Do
That
they know
follows. That
the
that
follow?
follows, but it's no, no, because it gets dense and
It gets dense. Very good.
yeah, yeah.
So I know that she has received a lot of information through
Mhm,
automatic writing,
mhm,
through her channeled
mhm.
writings.
Yeah.
She's been told she needs to get this out.
Mhm.
What is holding her back?
The connection with that person, it's the physical connection.
It's one person.
Yes, but in general, if the person's not in front of her, she doesn't like click into tangible.
Okay. But if she's already written this information, couldn't she put out books
Hmm.
just like she's done before?
Yeah.
What's holding her back from that? Is it the fear of having this information taken?
Yeah, and yeah, yeah, it feels uncomfortable.
Okay. So we already know that she's experienced all of her stuff being burned and
Hmm.
her being killed.
Hmm.
What's the likelihood of that happening in
No,
this life?
it
So
won't.
tell her that.
No, it won't happen again. No,
It won't
that's
happen.
silliness. Yeah.
Okay. So who is protecting her so that this doesn't happen?
There's like this certain group of just like uh, I guess like male, and because she's a female, that's
Yes.
interesting. Ah,
Tell me
that's why
about
she
that.
came back. That's why she came back as a female to not be one of the guys, to view it a different way, to relay the information a different way. That's why.
Ah. So
Yeah,
she's
very
sending out
different.
this information with
A
more
very
feminine
different.
energy,
Yeah,
right?
very
O-
different way
Okay.
that's never been done before. So it's very,
Wonderful.
very different.
Wonderful. So when Einstein and Nikola Tesla and all the others that were putting out this information,
Yeah, it's
they had the male
all
perspective to
male.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that was not as easily understood by the
Yeah.
population. Okay. So when she puts out information, what is the difference in it? How
It's
is it
it's
that people people
it's more direct, but it's softer, but not really soft. It's just it's translated in a very different frequency.
yes,
It's a different frequency that people resonate more with
beautiful,
and
beautiful,
understand it like
wonderful.
like like yeah.
And let's focus now on her financial
Mm-hmm.
blockages.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to be able to live financially abundant.
Mm-hmm.
What is blocking her from doing that? What does the soul need to heal?
Just receiving through the work, the enjoyment of it, and
Mm-hmm.
sharing it out in order to receive that frequency of energy
Mm-hmm.
of money.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, being that you are in spirit, you can see the frequency in which she
Mm-hmm.
is resonating.
Mm-hmm.
This fear of not releasing the information, the fear of not being able to use this information for financial abundance. What does this frequency look like? How is she carrying this?
Well, it comes in soft and flowing. It's just it's
What's
effort.
holding it?
It's effortless.
Yes, but what's holding it from going further?
Ooh, scared getting too big.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Out of control. Mm.
Notice what that's doing to her.
It's like frenetic energy.
Okay.
It's uncomfortable.
So, what do we need to do in order to balance that energy within her?
Physical people. Physical
Physical.
people. Like just a few more. Just to
Yes.
ground in that energy, almost like a protection, because she
Yes.
knows she's protected by everything
Mm.
else.
Yes.
It's the physical connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these that are supposed to be with her are these people that she already knows.
Yeah, there's only one person so far. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, how does
One
she find these people?
lab. Takes her a long time to trust, and you have to
Yes.
like simplify it.
Mm-hmm.
Just simplify and know that
Yes.
they're coming in now. I just need to
Mm-hmm.
allow it.
Very good.
Mm.
So, I want you to notice where in your body you're stopping this energy. Where is it?
It's like right, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Is that the solar plexus?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I want you to notice this energy, this frenetic energy. Does it have a texture or a color or anything like that?
It's just like almost dense and just frenetic and going just yeah.
Very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strike a tuning fork. This is 528 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
And this resonates with the solar plexus. And as you listen to this tone, I want you to begin to balance this energy, to balance that chakra in order for it to begin to flow so that you can allow the energy of friendship, you can allow the trust to begin to flow. Here we go. This frequency is miraculous frequency. It could heal much. Notice what's happening to the energy as you feel the vibrations.
Mm.
What's the energy doing?
It's like going into my heart, and it's the vibration I always feel when I expand out. It's the same.
Yeah, so I'm going to strike it again. Allow it to flow. And as it begins to flow towards your heart, I'm going to strike the tuning fork for 639 hertz for your heart chakra in order to balance that at the same time. Notice what happens now.
Yeah.
Open your heart to trust. Release all blockages. What's happened to the energy now?
It's the infinity. It's like, yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's like what I draw all the time. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So now that this infinity symbol has been reactivated, allowing you to flow, I want you to see how this compassion that you have can heal. How can you present this deepest compassion and soul service to the world? What does Karina need to do now?
We'll work with the children.
Very good. Very good. So I want you to see yourself there now, working with the children.
Yeah.
And notice how your energy affects these children. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. So is there anything else that Nikola Tesla or Einstein would like to say today?
Just keep going. Keep going.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to bring forward now Mr. Casey, Edgar Casey. And I know you've been working with Karina for a while, and you've assisted her recently in helping with others.
Yeah.
What information do you want to bring forward today?
Be brave enough to see.
Yes. Yes. What is it that she needs to see?
Embrace the evolution of their souls.
When she's working with others, embrace the evolution of their soul?
Yeah.
Yes.
Working backwards always, yeah. We always work backwards. Yeah.
So I'd like to ask you something, because when someone is experiencing an illness, for example, how is it that you can help that other person?
Yeah, through all the exercises and sharing out the information, but it's being in front of them at the ranch, at Shrine Ranch that we're creating for children of the new world, and working with all the nature, and with Gladys, and with the trees, and horses, and animals, and all of that. It's that, yeah, it needs to start. It needs to start because it's in physical form. It's the tangible.
Yes. And what's blocking her from starting?
The bravery. Just be brave.
Yes.
Be brave.
Who else is helping her besides you with the...
And Gladys, yeah.
And Gladys. Just both of you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And why has she not listened to you?
Because she's stubborn. Stubborn.
Yes.
Silly Taurus. Yeah.
So I know that you have been channeling through her through writing.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity for her to really hear your words. What does Karina need to know?
To thine own be true, to thine own soul be true, to connect
Mm-hmm.
for the all, for humanity, and knowing that it isn't about you, it's through you that we make progress.
Yes.
It's through you that we create healing,
Mm-hmm.
simplistically,
Yes.
easily.
And just out of curiosity, has she lived another lifetime with you and Gladys?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how is it that you agreed to once again come into this life?
Much work to be done. Yeah.
Much work to be done. Very good. So, I want to know the one that you were channeling, is she channeling that one?
Yeah, it's simultaneous.
It's simultaneous.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's
you are
yeah.
kind of assisting her to channel the information that you were channeling. Is that
Yeah,
it?
of course. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Are there any others that she's channeling?
Several. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Are there any others that would like to step forward at this time and speak through Karina?
Gandhi's like, yeah, yeah,
All right,
Gandhi.
very
Yeah,
good.
Gandhi.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Mr. Casey, and let me bring forth Gandhi. Thank you for being here today. What would you like to express today?
Under the bay tree, we're just, yeah, sitting. And
Mm.
Gandhi's like, breathe through the heart. Breathe. We breathe through the heart. We breathe through the heart. We must
Yes.
remember to breathe through.
And what happens when you breathe through the heart? I've heard that before.
It's the compassion. It's the purity.
Mm-hmm.
It's the purity of the connection of the heart.
Yes. So I'd like to ask you something, because when you were in physical form, you were able to change the world peacefully.
Yeah.
Now in the world, there's a lot of disruption.
Yeah.
There's a lot of suppression. How can we change the world by breathing through the heart?
Fully present. Fully present.
Fully present.
Fully present in every moment.
Yes. In every moment. So what do you say to those who are so fearful, afraid of what's going to happen in the future?
To be present.
Mm-hmm.
In the
What
moment.
happens? What happens when
The
you're...
present is a gift. That's why we walk.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we walk moment to moment with breath.
Yes.
With ease.
Mm-hmm.
That brings in the peace. And it's like,
yes.
It's circular. It's when we walk or
Mm-hmm.
that flow, that omnipresence.
Yes.
We slow down. There is no other thoughts.
Very good.
Just present.
So now understanding that, I want you to just focus your attention on Karina, who has been so worried about what happens when she puts out her work, her writings. What do you tell her?
Sharing in the moment. Because she can share everything in the moment to moment. She doesn't need to write it down, doesn't need to record it, doesn't need to do any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
In the moment.
In the moment. So when she has someone she's doing a session with, she's in the moment, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How can she expand on that to be present in the moment with others?
share it out and time, linear,
Yes.
present,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
time.
Yes. So don't project it into the future.
Mm-hmm.
Be in the present with all of it.
Yes, because there's certain energy that flows with it.
Mm. Yes.
But that's the precision.
Okay.
Mm.
And that frequency of vibration that flows with it, what is that frequency?
Mm. The dot.
The dot, where it all began. Is that it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do we need to know about that?
It's streamlined. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm.
So this dot,
Mm.
even though it began, where everything began,
Mm-hmm.
are we still connected to that present moment when it all
Yeah.
began?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How can we use that dot?
Easy. Just connecting.
Mm-hmm. And when we connect with that dot, how does that change our life?
So peaceful.
So peaceful. Are we able to create more when we're connected to that dot?
Things flow. It's easy.
Mm,
The denseness just
yes. It flows with ease.
goes away.
It goes away. Very good.
Mm.
So at this moment, let's connect with that dot and walk me through it.
It's just all there is. That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's ever flowing. It's ever it's
Yes.
it's but it's like it being in it. It's like everything is simultaneously happening all at the same time.
Very good. Very good.
Feels amazing.
Wonderful. So I'd like for you to go ahead and allow Karina to feel that flow
Mm.
so that when she's ready to put out her work, she feels that flow with ease. And tell me what happens.
It's it's electrifying, but in a soft way.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that. So I'd like for you to go ahead and plant that seed in her mind of creativity, of how her information will flow with ease, without any hesitation, without any fear, connected with that dot flowing, energized. And as the information flows, it creates itself. It takes on the life of its own. Look at how wonderful this birthing process has been, how easy it's been. Is there anything that you would like to say to Karina?
That's how you came in as.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And in order to connect with this dot, do you need to do anything special? Meditation or just be present?
No, just be present. Or think about the cows.
Mm-hmm.
Think
Very
about the
good.
baby calf.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was 5 when I
Mm-hmm.
used to take naps with the baby calf.
Yes. And that's how you become present.
And
Very good. Very good. Is there anything else, or do you feel that you have given all that you need for today?
mm-hmm.
Good. Thank you for that. So I'd like to thank Gandhi for that information, that wisdom. Is there anybody else who would like to come forward? Very good. So in closing, what would you like Karina to know about this session, about all of these issues that she's had, sharing publicly all of these writings that she receives about living her divine mission here, about the flow of her finances, of being service to humanity?
That it's okay to be who you truly are.
Wonderful.
And the people that will be by you will be by you. And be in the present moment.
Be in the present moment. Very good. Is there any information that you have for the world? For humanity?
If we're in the present moment and walking and movement within movement, there is change. The compassionate heart of always staying connected, sharing out the information. That's how the connection evolve and become stronger and stronger.
Yes.
And stronger.
Very good. So we all need to be connected in the present moment. Very good. Is there anything else, or do you feel that we are complete for today?
It's within the doing of the action. So the action piece.
The action piece makes you be in the present. Very good. So when you are taking action, focus on the action that you're taking. Is that it?
Because it's easiest. It's simplistic. It's easy. It's easy.
Yes. So
it's
instead
all
of
the other, it's all the other, just to wipe it away.
so instead of trying to meditate on something, just focus on your action right now, and that will make you present. Very good. Anything else, or do you feel that we're complete? We're complete. Very good. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
How do you feel?
Oh my, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel now, thinking about sharing your writings?
Lighter.
Yeah.
Lighter. Yeah, lighter.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. So let me ask you something, Karina.
Yeah.
A lot of information came through. We talked with Nikola Tesla. Einstein was there. Edgar Cayce, Gandhi. Gladys was probably in the background too. Do you want to share this with other people so that they can hear the words of these masters?
What do you mean?
Share this YouTube video with others.
Oh. Yes.
How does that feel?
Good.
What I
Well,
know
it's
you're
funny. I'm like getting segments of
Yes.
so part of my writing is I forget everything. Like
Yes, I
what
understand.
you get it. So now I'm getting the pieces. I'm like, oh. So now I'm like,
Yes.
but yes, it's important. But now I'm going, is it important? So see. Three. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So if we're going to share this, I want to let everybody know who you are, where you are, and what you do. So can you tell everybody about yourself?
uh, let's see. In this like this short of time,
Yeah,
I'm
just
I
quickly. Where do you live?
I'm a receiver. Yeah, I live in Colorado and I receive clear information. I translate information coming from the all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what are
Yeah.
you doing with this writing, with this information? Are you writing it down?
Writing it down in notebooks and writing various different books. And now I need to share it out vocally.
Yep.
And I help clients focus in on uh, optimum health and healing and blasting through what they need to blast through quickly. I work very precisely and very simplistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So if someone were to want a session with you, do you do
Mhm.
this personally or on Zoom?
On Zoom, and
On
because
Zoom.
since on Zoom is
So how would
good.
someone get a hold of you, Karina?
Um,
Is there a website or is there a place where they can
yes,
contact you?
tryinghealing.com.
Okay. So I'm going to put that above the video so people could see it. So how long are your sessions?
Um, 60 minutes.
Hmm. And
Mhm.
it talks about the body. Are you able to see within their body? Are you able to, when you're speaking with someone?
Yeah,
How do you do
yeah.
that? How do you
I,
do the work?
I, yeah, I just see what I need to see. If sorry, they're like, "Meh, speak. Tigers, I'll just speak.
Yes.
So I see dots, so it comes in dots. So I see various different places within the body, and
Okay.
then I go into it, and then it's almost like it's 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 like a picture, and then it gets blown up, and then I go in and yeah,
Yes. So
that's
if someone is having some sort of physical issues
yeah.
or illness or something like
We go
that,
to the core, we go to the origin where it began,
yes.
and usually it's trauma related. Yeah,
So are you able to release that trauma or you tell them about it?
I explain it, but it's up to them to do the work.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah,
Wonderful. Wonderful. Very good.
yeah.
So, yeah, since we're going to put this up, how long do you think it was, by the way? How long do you feel that this session
Like a
was?
half an hour.
Yeah. Well, we're right now on an hour and 21 minutes,
Oh my
so
gosh,
it was a
yeah,
little bit longer than half an hour.
that's
So this was
interesting. Yeah.
great. I really think it was great, and I'd like to tell everybody that if you'd like a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. Sign up for the newsletter. That's what Karina did. You've been trying for a while, right?
Yes, almost cut. Yeah, a year and a half now. Yeah,
Yeah, and you finally got it. So
boom, in. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. So when you're divinely guided, you will get a session. And
yes,
so
yeah, yeah.
thank you very much for watching. Until the next video. Much love to you. Bye bye.